Okay, so today we're going to look at average of two numbers. That seems to be an issue with our class. I'm going to click here. Basically, when you find the average of two numbers, you just need to add them up and divide by 2. All right, so we would just take 63 plus 137, which gives us 200. So I'm going to put that in. 63 plus 137. That's a plus, not a times. Plus 63 is 200. Of course, when you divide this by 2, you get 100. Okay, so that's pretty much all it is. And show one more. Average of 149 and 10. Just add 110 plus 149. I'm sorry, plus 49. Yikes. And we're going to have a 9, a 5. So we're going to take the average of 159 by dividing by 2. So 159 divided by 2 gives us 79.5. So 159 divided by 2. 2 goes into 15 7 times. That's a 14. Subtract. And then 2 goes into 19 9 times. 9 times 2 is 18. Subtract. And of course, bring down a 0. 2 goes into 10. Because we're out of numbers, we're going to put a decimal there. And we're going to add 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract remainder of 0. So our answer is 79.5. I do not care if you use a calculator for this. You may have to use your phone. Okay, so that's it for that. We've already gone over these 3, so I'm going to go into level 2, which is where most of us should be, and I'm going to find the low numbers that are over here that our class is struggling with. Looks like division involving 0 is one of them. Okay. So you cannot divide by 0 because dividing is putting something in parts. If think about it, if you're dividing by 0, you're not changing anything. So dividing by 0 has a term and it's called undefined. All right. So, but you can take 0 and divide by any number other than 0. So if we look at the explanation here, it says we will use the following facts. 0 divided by any number can equal 0. That's the statement right here. 0 divided by any number can equal 0, but any number divided by 0 is undefined. So therefore, if you go back and look at the question that was asked, 0 divided by 4 is 0. Anytime there's a 0 on top, your answer is going to be 0. If there's a 0 on the bottom, for instance, 3 divided by 0, this is considered undefined. Undefined. All right. All right, so you cannot divide by 0. No. All right, so let's do another problem. Just so you know, 0 divided by 4 is just 0. 0 divided by 4 equals 0. And then 5 divided by 0 is, I'm just going to say UND for undefined. Awesome. All right, so that was one that was a problem for our students. Division involving 0. Let me keep looking. Quotient, 2-digit divisor, 3-digit dividend. Okay, so let me look at that. Okay, so it says give the quotient and the remainder. All right, so if we take 255 and divide by 11, 11 doesn't go into 2, but it can go into 25 2 times. So 2 times 11 is 22. And when you subtract, you get 3. And we're going to bring this 5 down. 11 goes into 35 3 times. 3 times 11 is 33. And here we can't go any further. So this is my remainder. I have a remainder of 2, which means the quotient is what's on top. So this is the quotient. Ugh, I'm not writing it right. Quotient. There. So here's your quotient. We're going to say Q equals 23, and the remainder equals 2, because there's 2 left over. All right. Okay. Let's take a look at the explanation. And they've done the same thing that I did. We have a quotient of 23 and a remainder of 2. Let's just show one more, and then we'll move on to something else. 329 divided by 13. 329 divided by 13. If I double 13, I get 26. If I triple 13, I get 39. So I know this can go in there 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. Alright, so I'm going to have to borrow from this. And we've got 12, take away 6 is 6. 9. So 13 times 4. Let's see, 26 and 26 is 58. Let's see if I can get one more 13 out of that. 11, carry 1, nope. So it looks like I can probably do this 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry your 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 5, 52. Alright, so we have 9 take away 2 is 7. This 6 take away 1 is... So it looks like I can do it 5 times. That's too much. Whoa, go back. That was too much left over. Okay, so let's go with 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry your 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 1 more is 6. There we go. Alright, so we have a remainder of 4. So my quotient is 25. And my remainder is 4. Alright. So I'm glad I made that mistake, because then some of you may have gone through the same thing. I don't know if you want to check that out. Okay. Let's move on to the next problem area. That was quotient. Now here is one that says division with remainder involving quotients with immediate zeros, problem type 2. Have no idea what that is. Let's see. Division with remainder. Okay, so give the quotient. Same thing. Okay. So 3, 5, 2, 3, 3 divided by 7. Why is this a problem? 7. Oh, I see. 7 goes into 35 5 times. 5 times 7 is 35. So when you subtract, you get 0. And when you bring down 2, 7 doesn't go into 2. So you have to put a 0 up here. 0 times 7 is 0. And so we have a 2. And then we bring down the 3. 7 goes into 23. This is 0. 7 goes into 23 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. With a leftover of 2. Bring down this last 3. 7 goes into 23, another 3. 3 times 7 is 21. With a remainder of 2. So my quotient is what's on top. 5, 0, 3, 3. And my remainder is 2. Okay, now let's just make sure my information is correct. Yep, 5, 0, 3, 3, and 2. Let's do one more. I like to multiply by 0 when this happens. I already see that we're going to have this problem. 4, 0, 7, 7, 8. And we're going to divide that by 8. 8 goes into 45 times. 8 times 5 is 40. And when we subtract, we get 0. So we bring down our 7. 8 doesn't go into 7, so I'm going to have to put a 0 here. 0 times 8 is 0. Bring down the 7 and the 7. Okay, so 8 times 8 is 64. So the next one up is 9, which gives me 72. 9 times 8 is 72. Subtract it, and we get a 9. 7 take away 2 is 5. And bring down that 8. 58. So 8 goes into 7. 8 times 7, I'm sorry, is 56. Let's go with 7. Ooh, Lord. Minus 56, and I get a remainder of 2. So my quotient is 5097, and my remainder is 2. So here's the main thing. You bring down the 0. 40 minus 40 is 0. Bring down the 7. It doesn't go into there. You put a 0 on top and multiply, and you get 0. Bring the 7, 0. 7 minus 0 is 7. Bring down the next number. Alright, so yeah, I see why that might have been difficult for some people. So that was this. Let's see, are there any other 40s? See some 50s. Here's a 48. I'm going to end this for now. We'll go to another.